Hey guys, it's Spaces Sims, and we are back with more Tengoku struggle. Maybe gonna get Yona's ending this time. Also, my washing machine's going again. I told you, I'm doing a lot of laundry this week. Anyway, it's now draining and doing its spin suck, so it's loud. You probably can't hear it, the door's closed, but still. Anyway, no, don't bite the headset bird. No, you mean. Anyway, continuing. Maybe gonna get the happy ending. We're in chapter 11, I think, and we've made our last choice, so. And we just made out in the blood pool. I need to fan myself. It's hot in here. It really is. It's like 90 fucking degrees outside, and for some reason, my air conditioner is like, "You're fine." I'm not fine. I'm sweating. I just ran around and did some cleaning shit, so like, I'm sweating. Anyway, it's a good thing the rain stopped. Is it? Is it a good thing? I don't think it's a good thing. Yeah. Is it rude to say I came to my senses? Moments after the rain and our kissing stopped, I became flushed with embarrassment. Are you hungry? I think I am. The last thing we had were those sandwiches. Let's go get something. I like how they're both a little fucking awkward about what happened. Like, so caught up in the moment, and now they're like, oh, fuck. But like, I mean, I get it. You're like, oh, that was really awkward, okay. But like, you confessed your feelings to each other, guys. It's okay, it's cool. Yeah, let's get something good. We kissed. Though I don't regret it at all. When I remember it, it's pretty embarrassing. His earring flickered in the light of Hell Mansion. The tiny flickers were so endearing in the moment. I mean, the girl's getting thirsty over his earring, which is just, I mean, I love it. It's the simple shit, you know? Like the freckles, or if he had glasses, it would be me. Like, the light reflecting off his glasses. Girl, fawn, you know? Listen, sometimes simple shit does you in. Any cravings? Aside from for you? Well, we were talking about tauntaun noodles the other day. Those sound pretty good. Oh, should we try those? Okay, let's... Someone help! Over there. Hey, you. What are you doing? Damn it! You just had to shout. You're not getting away. Ah! I wrapped my whip around the young man's legs, who then swiftly planted his rear on the ground. Nice. Judo? Oh, Kojudo. Daughter of Henma, thank you so much! I don't know if that's supposed to be a girl or a boy. I don't know. So, normal voice. Do we know Kojudo? Have we met Kojudo before? Is it a character we met that I don't remember? Anyway, thank goodness you're alright! I'm sorry to cause you such trouble. You hurt? No, thanks to you both. Oh, did you guys already catch him? You're... Mr. Shiroku? Oh, just Shiroku's fine. Hey, daughter of Enma, would you mind handing that man over to me? Well, what gives? Where are you taking me? You did something bad, so the police, obviously. Dumbass! This was a good deed. People from hell are prisoners and deserve punishment. Not from the likes of you! That's like saying criminals deserve punishment. Yes, but by the penal system and not you, random stranger on the street. Not your job. We don't stone people for crimes anymore, okay? We let them go to jail and then the, guards do shit that they're probably not supposed to be doing to them. Because, that system's fucked. But you know what I mean? It's not our job as normal people to be chucking stones at others, okay? We don't, put them in stocks and then throw eggs at them. We don't do that shit, okay? So you don't get to decide that people from hell deserve to be punished by you. Not your place. Is this because of the pardoning app? Yes. Yeah, we're prisoners, sure. But you don't have a right to do anything about that. I'm taking you to the police. What the? Let me go! That was disturbing to hear. Should have gotten a few punches in. I know how you feel, but let's leave this up to the human police. Although, I'll pray with everything I have that he tastes despair once he reaches the Hell Realm. I will too. Hey, you, Kojiro, you were heading back to Hell, right? I thought you weren't to walk alone at night. Yes, Lord Takamura gave that order, but since... Oh, okay, so Kojiro's a dude. Okay, I have no idea, I don't remember meeting him, okay? Yeah, Lord Takamura gave that order, but since I'm a guy, I thought I'd be alright. Men can't let their guard down either. We'll see you to the gates of hell. I'm sorry. Thank you. It's like we're like, oh, Kojiro, like we've met him before, but like I don't remember. So like... Anyway, that's what happened, Sensei Nono. I'm not sure if you heard about it yet. Yes, Notori and the police both sent me messages about it. What trouble this is. This has got to be because of Jodo, right? Isn't there anything we can do? Him calling punishing prisoners a good deed. That's really messed up. I've already reported about this to King Enma. He replied that he will leave everything to my little sweetie and the brats. Little Sweetie and the Brats sounds like a really awesome 1950s band name. Like, I'm sorry. That is like a pop group from the 50s. Little Sweetie and the Brats. you totally can envision it. It's like, treating me like a kid. Ugh. Okay, we'll head back and discuss this with the others. Those two are under so much pressure. They don't even notice me. Pops her head back in. What's up, Shin? See you later! Anyway, Jodo really shouldn't be left alone. Oh my god. Okay, don't tell me you're gonna be some kind of like hacker genius too. You're like, shit. I mean, you were in love with a zombie, so I totally get, and then but like, you're fitting into every single route and you're piecing into the bigger picture, like, I really do think you are our little brother I think I had a little brother. Do you think I'm his reincarnation? The fact that the game pegged that that's exactly what I was going to think makes me wonder if it ain't true. Because if it's not, it's like, well, you already made us think that, and then you had Shin even question it. So, like, come on. Go all the way. Anyway. He's making us fix all this. My ass. I bet he's just kicking back and petting that dumb cat, too. Don't say that. Father believes in all of you. Well, he shouldn't be letting everyone from hell keep putting themselves in danger. Chief, bad news, meow. Come with me right now. Tama, what happened? I'd never seen Tama like this before. I had a terrifyingly bad feeling. You come too, redhead, meow. I'm sure even you would be helpful in this situation, meow. Yona was already feeling a little, like, sad for himself. You didn't have to make it worse, Tama. Jesus. Do I smell blood? Huh? Oh. Mixed into the gentle fragrance of the flowers was undoubtedly Azami ripping men to shreds. Because didn't she do that she did that in Kiku's route, so. Sanzaburo! No! Oh my god, we get a CG of him. That better not count as a Yona CG. That better be a bonus extra somebody else CG. All I'm saying. Because in Kikunosuke's route, we got one of his CGs had nothing to do with him. It was Minazami. So like, I'm wondering, like, that's kind of, damn, I don't like that. You should count those as other people, not as our love interests. Even if it happens in the route. Come on. Don't cheapskate out like that, but drops of red, bolder than the wisteria, slowly dripped down his blade. It's a beautiful CG, though. It's pretty. At his feet was a young man. I mean, the red wisteria and his beautiful purple fucking hair. Like, it's you two. I thought I heard some familiar voices. Oh. You know what? I ain't mad, bro. We're like, you can't kill... I mean... There was a slight level of disappointment when he killed someone, because you're like, oh, no, wait, yeah, no, but you know what I mean? You're like, no, we were going to redeem you! Even though you're an escaped prisoner and we have to drag you back to hell. But you really like Sanzaburo and Okuni. You like the side evil characters. Like, I don't know, they make them likable. But, like, For a moment, you're kind of disappointed, like, no, I had high hopes for you. And then now you're like, actually, now my hopes, you've just exceeded my expectations because you have slaughtered Nishikikoji, and that man is a cunt. So, Yona, this man, it's the one who was talking with Azami and Ura. Oh, hey, Sanzaburo, you didn't... I punished him. Just earlier, this man was about to commit an act of misconduct toward a young woman. A deep sinner like this is only in the way of the peace that Lady Shinobikuni aims to achieve. Thus, I punished him. You know what I do like about this, though? He's like, this man was going to do something disgusting to a young lady. And I'm like, fuck that shit, I'm gonna kill him. But here's the thing. Right? You're over here like, oh yes, sign up for the Johto app. Do the pardoning app. The app. Right? Well, why do you think this man... Well, first of all, this man probably would have been creepy to young girls anyway. But he thinks he can get away with being creepy to young girls because of the pardoning app. So, like, it's kind of ironic at this point that you're like, this fucker was going to touch a girl, and I'm like, hell no. Lady Shinobikuni would be against this, and it's like, yeah, but her app is the reason why people think they can get away with this shit. Because he's like, I donated 10 million. I can grope underage girls. Like, gross. So, like, did you, okay, right? Sir, I'm going to need you to learn how to do math. But, aside from that, proud of you. This guy deserved it. I'm okay with it. I'll let it go. Be my lover, Azami. Your agency won't be against it. He's a different voice every time, because whatever. Punished. He was a despicable man back then, but... You dumbass! Are you crazy? Do you realize what it is you're saying? Help! Yona, let's help him first. Let's not, though. Let's not. Listen. Listen. Are you listening? Listen. Okay, listen. I get we're supposed to be more on the side of right, and even though we're a Hell Guardian and prisoners from hell, and we've done some horrible shit, and we're now chasing down other people who have done also horrible shit, we are supposed to, as the player, side with the less horrible shitters, I guess. You know what I mean? We're supposed to be like, we're on the side of good. We're not really good people, though, if you think about it. Okay? But they're trying to make our characters, quote-unquote, good, so that the other characters seem bad by comparison, because good and evil. You know, they're trying to do that, you know, total black and white breakdown with having characters that are kind of all different shades of gray. But I like the fact that all the characters are kind of shades of gray where you're like, you know, I could get behind this, but also this is wrong. But like, and you're kind of like, but what I don't is that she's a goody two-shoes. And like, I get it, she's a Hell Guardian. She doesn't have a past, so she doesn't know if she ever did anything wrong. For all we know, she could have been perfectly innocent, and her job is to torture people. So you're not really ever going to be in the right. Like, you're not like, I'm here to try to reform criminals. I'm here to torture them and make their deaths hell, because that's literally where I work. So, like, you're kind of not good either. Even if in the sense of, I am punishing the wicked, that technically would be on the side of good in the good versus evil debate here. But you're still not great, you know? But her always, oh, we gotta help him. It's like, I don't know. I kind of feel like I want her to be a little more, like, this man's despicable, but we need to save his life. It's not our job. No, I kind of want her to wrestle with this a little more. You know what I mean? It is what it is. We're never going to get that because she never has. But I don't necessarily love when trash gets their comeuppance and she's like, oh no, we have to save him. Instead of being like, you know, this man deserves it, but I'm not worried about saving him. I'm worried about trying to get Sanzaburo back to hell, and I know that he's a better person. You know what I mean? Where you're thinking about him and like how it's going to affect him. You know? I'm trying to get him back to hell, and yes, he's going to be punished, but, you know, when we saw with Azami when she went back, we were like, we'll tell King Emma to kind of go easy on her because she willingly went back. She's been through a lot. She's done some stuff, and, like, she made some mistakes, and let's not, like, punish her super hard over it. You know what I mean? Like, we were trying to be reasonable about everything. So I could understand if her thought process was, this is really going to fuck up once we get Sanzaburo back to hell. I was considering the fact that he's a better person, and maybe if he willingly came along, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're kind of looking at what this means for him. But no, but it seems more like, oh no, we have to help this horrible piece of shit. It's like, I don't know sometimes. Like, I really wish they could have, I think they could have done a little bit better with making it like, this man's a piece of shit, and like, I don't want to help him, but I know I have to, instead of being like, oh no, we have to help him. At least debate about it a little more. You know, have a little internal monologue where it's like, I hate this man. He's garbage. I don't want to save him. I can't blame Sanzaburo for doing this. And actually, I kind of think he was right to do this. But, shit, I have to save this fuck. You know what I mean? So at least we know her thought process is, this man sucks and I hate the fact that I have to save his life. You know, it's kind of like being a doctor. You're like, I hate this person. This person deserves to die, but my job is to save their life, so my feelings don't come into play. But their internal monologue would be like, well, fuck this person, but my job is to save him, so that sucks. I kind of wish she had that kind of internal monologue as opposed to, oh no, we have to save him. She had one moment of like, well, this man sucks, but yeah, no. Expand on that a little. You know, I don't know. Maybe it's just me being picky right now. I don't know. Yeah, you're right. I'll call Hi-Ai right away. Oh, right, I forgot. And about the same time I ended my call, someone came running by. Sanzaburo! Okuni. I've punished an evildoer. Do you think my lord will be pleased? Huh? Sanzaburo, what's wrong? It's like you've really gone crazy. Okay, so maybe he snapped. Sanzaburo didn't listen to anything Yona said. Well, Okuni, have my skills grown weak? No. Your skills are just like when you were alive. See, and then this time, perhaps I'll be able to carry out my duty here in this world. Sanzaburo! A great sadness was heard in her voice as she held her husband. My washing machine's making a fuck ton of noise. Probably because when you wash sheets, they like to, because I don't have an agitator, so the bottom sheet always likes to wrap around everything else, and then when you look, it's just a giant ball. It's not like normal clothes, it just turns into a giant loaf. And it looks like you just washed a giant, like, sheet loaf. So it's getting a little off kilter, and it's kind of obnoxious. No way around it, but she quickly and firmly held up her head. Daughter of Enma, my apologies. Please take care of that man. I will be returning with Sanzaburo. All right, leave him to us. We will not run nor hide, but right now, Sanzaburo is not himself. Please, let us face each other another day. All right. Lord Takamura, we tossed him in the alley. I thank you for your cooperation.
And thanks to your little spell, he doesn't remember anything that happened.
And Shiraku and I kept an eye on how he was doing, and I'm sure he'll be fine. Hey, corporate slave. We finally run into someone who was on the verge of death. Are you guys still gonna just sit back and do nothing? Yes, I suppose my read on Sanzaburo's movements was a bit soft. Soft my ass! If Tama didn't find him, he would have bled out and really have gone to the afterlife. If you're gonna just keep going on about leaving everything up to us, then show us all the cards you're holding up your sleeve. We couldn't just put the stabbed Nishikikoji on an ambulance. When we contacted Sensei Nono, it was decided he would be healed with the onsen. Then, after bringing him over in the Hell Taxi and throwing him in the onsen, you've seen my hand. However, King Enma and I do not have the power to see the future. Though we might understand that these people have all escaped for their own reasons, we do not know what they ultimately intend to achieve. I find it hard to believe that you cannot hear the jet engine that is my washing machine right fucking now. Sheets are like the worst thing to have to wash. In a fucking... Or honestly, it does this too when you try to wash like a fleece blanket. It gets like fucking insane like this, but it sounds like a goddamn jet taking off. It sounds like I'm in a motherfucking plane taking off. Like it is so like, and you're sitting right over the engine. How do you not hear this? The mic doesn't move, so maybe you can't, but like fucking A. Anyway. Oh. Yona, I know you want to punch him, but just calm down for now. They're going about all this very meticulously. We can't go detain everyone who has the app. It's gonna be hard to make any moves right now. But with this, now we have justification to strike Sanzaburo. Goemon! Why are you calling me out? Did you already forget the promise we made to Old Man Enma? Well, I know, but...
Goemon's right. If Yona can win against him, we can take those guys back to the Great King fair and square.
Do you think my lord will be pleased? I see. Then this time, perhaps I'll be able to carry out my duty here in this world. His duty? Lord Hellguardian, you're making me feel like the bad guy here looking at me like that. Or did Sanzaburo say something? Yona's eyes and mine met each other. He said something before he collapsed. Then this time, perhaps I'll be able to carry out my duty here in this world. His duty? I think he died after I did, but what happened to him? Maybe there's something about it on the internet. I asked Hari about him last night, but we only found a general history about him. Okay, we have to dig a little deeper. Goemon got on the computer in the living room and started looking up information. Oh. Could it be this? You find something? Sanzaburo Nagoya was ordered to execute a fellow vassal by the man he served at the time. However, Sanzaburo was instead defeated and died.
He was defeated instead.
And that's it. I'm sure of it. Huh? Shinobigni didn't issue the order, did she? I get the feeling that whoever the Lord was isn't really relevant to our situation. He probably just wants to prove his merit.
Here we go with the pain-in-the-ass samurai spirit again.
I don't really get that sort of stuff either. Is stuff like merit really that important? I mean, I guess you might get awarded by building merit and making accomplishments, but is that something you hang on to after dying? Well, sorry. And that's just how we lived our lives. It's not Sanzaburo's fault. But if we leave him alone, he's gonna hurt someone else. That's why next time, I promise I'll send him back to hell. I wonder if we're actually gonna have to watch Yona fight him. And then maybe in the bad ending, Yona dies. But what happens if you're already dead and you die again? And you get stabbed, do you just disappear? Kind of curious. Because like in Kiku's route, we got a zombie to come back. We didn't have to really fight. I mean, there was like a little bit of a scuffle kind of things. We had some moments with her, but he didn't have to fight her to the death. You know what I mean? So, but this, we didn't really do a blood duel with her. So,
How annoying. Why are samurai such stubborn idiots and so fixed on stuff like loyalty and duty?
Fixated, sorry.
They should all spend their lives in the world being a little more carefree.
I agree. And that said, let's trust in Yona. He's prepared to go through with this as well.
Tonight's events had a silver lining, I guess. And there weren't any witnesses at that well, right?
He just said the other day that we've never caused any harm to any of you. And now murder? Yona's probably going to the Kumonoi Temple tomorrow. How's his blood bond, my lady?
Stay calm. Stay calm. The blood bond is continuing to rise.
Well, something with blood is continuing. No. You're like, I mean, something is continuing to rise, but I don't. I'm sure. Phrasing. We can't let our guard down, but I'm sure our chances at victory are higher. Oh, well. I guess it does have an effect then. I think so. Although something unexpected did happen. I never thought I'd come to love him. So are you totally invincible now? Stop daydreaming, Kiku. It's not like that candy from that game. There's no such thing as guaranteed victory in a fight. Sensei Nono said something similar. Figures.
If they kill him, we just toss him in the onsen.
I suppose we must try and see. We must just try and see, sorry. Sensei Nono, thanks for everything today. I'll go talk with Yona, so please excuse me. It would have been so funny. You would expect Sensei Nono to be like, I also expect full payment for the costumes you two destroyed. And they're like, what happened? He's like, I don't know, but she ripped his costume off in the blood pool. Figure that one out. And then just leaves, and they're like, huh? She's like, listen, it's not what you think, but it's turned into exactly what you think, sorta. But also not. Not what you think. He with threads of agony, and I had to fix it, and marks on his shoulder, so I had to but then we started making out. But it wasn't sex, Sharaku. Don't look at me like that. And then runs off. She's like, thank God that didn't come up though. Yona, it's me. Sorry, but you should leave me alone right now. I'm honestly happy that you came, but I want to sort through things in my head right now. Because Sanzaburo, he's like me. Alright, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow. I could sense him move away from the door. That's right. It is my desire in the pool. Maybe another karma stone appeared. There it is. What do we get to hear this time? Devil child, here! Have some millet mochi! No, I don't take charity from girls. If you die from starvation, the woman who birthed you, your mother, will be devastated. I don't have a mother. I see. And I suppose you sure... I suppose sure. Huh? I'm guessing she's supposed to be saying something like, I see and I suppose you're sure, or something. Well, anyway, you were just cut out of a fish's belly. Something like that. Okay. Maybe. Achieve great things, demon child. They say Hideyoshi Toyotomi, yeah, who served Oda Nobunaga, was from a family of peasants. Grow strong, demon child. You're shunned not because your hair is red, it's because you're weak. To call yourself a Murakami means you must be a man stronger than any other. You know, she's being, nice to him, but still calling him demon child. So, she's being, nice in a dickish kind of way. But, yeah, sure. Read more books than any other. And learn of spears and guns, of anything, and become a samurai greater than any other. Do that and your name will go down in history. Your mother may even hear of you as well. Doing all this bullshit just to get your mom's approval? Poor sad thing. Hearing her tough, gentle voice moved me to tears. That woman, Yona's, that's what I was wondering, I was wondering too. He's like, I don't have a mom. She's like, okay, sure. And then I was like, do you think that was his mom? And then they bring that up too. Yona may not have been allowed to proclaim his family's name. Yona may have understood that as well. My descendants made Hasaku oranges, a prize crop on my island. Amazing, right? Except for they're not really your descendants, but whatever. I liked that ocean. I loved it. All he knew was really only pain. I feel like he wouldn't be able to love the Hasaku oranges or the sea like he does. I had no doubt he went through cruel, painful days, and there's no way the days leading up to battle were peaceful ones. But someone showed Yona kindness. Also, even if everyone is cruel to you, you're on the sea, like, you have to find some kind of joy in life. You know what I mean? So the sea is what brought him joy, even in the midst of everybody bullying him and being cruel and awful. That's the solace that in all those tumultuous moments, you have to find some level of peace. So, like, you love the sea, even if everything else around you hate. You know what I mean? I was so incredibly happy for that. Mama, thank you so much for coming to tell us about the incident today. I'll be sure to get some extra good bone jerky sent here as thanks.
Meow! Well, it was just part of the job. But if you're buying some anyway, make sure to get the black pepper flavor, meow.
Then I'll add in some hell miso ones too. I'm just so thankful.
Yeah, I'm glad we could save that human, meow. Yeah, I don't know if I'd be able to sleep very well if he had died on us.
I think I'd be able to sleep much better if he had died. Mama, tomorrow, I think Yona intends on carrying out the blood duel with Sanzaburo. But this stays between us, okay? Don't tell anyone else, alright? I actually don't want them to fight.
Yeah, I suspect that would be difficult.
I of course feel we need to start the blood duel and end this as quickly as possible too. Of course I want Yona to win too.
Then he must strike him down.
It's true, but I petted Tama on his head. What if it was Azami who was attacked, or Oshichi? Would I have been alright? Life is precious. Selfishly killing another is inexcusable.
Chief?
Father and the Six Kings are really amazing. I wouldn't be able to cast judgment on someone. I mean, and maybe she's a goody two-shoes because she never really did anything wrong in her life. And she just ended up in hell as a transient because there was no way to judge her. You know what I mean? Ooh. This is Sanzaburo's shadow. Whoa! Hey you! What are you standing there for with that weird-ass getup? Move! I told you to move it! Can't you hear? Ah! Oh, Sanzaburo, sweetie, we were trying to save you. Oh, we're not. Oh my god, we're only in chapter 11 now. Okay, I don't think we're getting to the end part today. I don't think we're going to get it in 30 minutes. We'll see. A rain called Desire. Blood bond, 93%. Now we're in chapter... I thought we were already in chapter 11. Holy shit. Okay, well, we made our last choice because that's where that save file... So now we're getting in there. We'll see what happens. Because it was weird because we're going through... I'm like, we're going through a lot. I kind of figured the end kind of goes fast, but... Yeah, okay, that explains it. We're not even in chapter 11. I'm pretty sure we got into Kikanosuke's chapter 11, and then we got before we got to his last part. You know what I mean? So, like, chapter 11 took more than an hour, so. All right, so we might just have an extra part for Yona, because I was anticipating that this was the last part, and then the next part would be all the other endings and stuff, but not the way it's probably going to go. So, all right, whatever. Works for me. I'd say it's a good buffer because, like, I have a couple of days coming up next week I can't record, but it's totally fine because I'm pretty sure this is August at this point. So, totally way ahead on this one. Still haven't started our other game that we're going to be playing in tandem with this one because I don't have it in my hands yet. I was trying to finish this one up because it should get here tomorrow, and then I have a couple days to try, and we're like, that's supposed to post in like a week. Or two at this point. I don't know. We're getting too close. I'm very behind, so. That's just what you do when you've decided that you're going to wait for that and you were really hoping it would get here a day or two early and it's really just not. Anyway, I was barely able to sleep. That's how I felt last night. I wonder if I'll be okay. Today's the day of the fight. I couldn't help but let out a sigh when... Hey, wake up! Something bad went down! Meow! Oh, right, Sanzaburo killed someone. Tama fell off his hammock, surprised at the abrupt knocking and the distressed voice. What's wrong? And just hurry and get down to the living room. Meow, meow, what's going on? Something's got Goemon upset. Let's go see Tama. What the hell is happening? Oh. The humans are suddenly criticizing Shinobikini and her team? Oh, no! Fujimori is! I want to read the sharing information on Asakusa and walkthroughs on the Macabre. Oh, we shouldn't... This is the first time we've seen Asakusa trash, but that tells you right there that it's fucking Shin if you didn't already know. Those who were tricked are the idiots. Is there anyone who even believes they can get salvation through an app? It's obviously a scam. Anyone who falls for this is an idiot. This sounds like it's just a bunch of random anonymous people posting. The world's full of evils. This supposed to be a murder. But are people saying that you can be acquitted for this if you just chuck money into Johto? Thinking realistically, you'd be connected somehow with the cops or something. There's some crazy underground stuff going on here. Lol, lol, lol. Divine punishment. I don't mean to defend Shinobikini, but I vote Nishikikoji messed up big time. Clearly, he caught the hands of divine punishment. Oh, it sounds like he might have absolutely gone after the young person. Might have. Because how is it Nishikikoji? Again, if we healed him, chucked him in an alley, and he doesn't remember. And there was an alley, so I'm wondering if Nishikikoji... But it just said random young man, so... Anonymous. And I was so happy Shinobikini healed all of Ichise's scars from this accident. I feel so betrayed. I wonder what's going to happen to Ichise. Okay. Look at this. Question. Oh my god. Okay, Shin was there. That's what the thing about Nishikikoji was. Because we were like, no one was there. And I was like, was there? Shin was there. Question on the validity of Johto. Around 8 p.m. last night, Sanzaburo Nagoya injured a man at the park with the well in the shrine. The victim was Rei Nishikikoji, a man who has regularly made it into the virtue rankings of Johto. Is Shinobikini and those who associate with her, who are causing disruptions here in Asakusa lately, truly on the side of humans? If they are, why did they cause such an act of violence? If they're trying to trick us humans, should they not be punished for doing so? Written by... Alan Smithy. Oh my god, that says Aaron Smithy with an R in it. Whoa! A picture of when Sanzaburo attacked that man? And like you didn't Okay. There's no doubt it's him. Just who the heck took this picture? I don't know, but you have to give Shin credit. Like, that's a beautiful picture. We were the only ones there last night, right? It must have been the guy who runs the blog, Alan Smithy. Read this. I approached the screen and slowly began reading the words with trepidation. I also want to read the profile thing. My name's Alan Smith, but it says it's an R typed at the bottom, but over here, Alan Smithy. I'm assuming it's not supposed to be Smith. Smith doesn't have E's at the end, but whatever. I roam around Asakusa constantly looking for new information to share. I like games, and am hooked on Macabre, which I also offer walkthroughs for. And the updated walkthroughs for challenging runs of Macabre. That should have... I walk around randomly and also am really good at this game, and it's just... You didn't think it was that kid? Anyway. Around 8 p.m. last night, Sanzaburo Nagoya injured a man at the park with the well in the shrine. And is she going to read it now that I just read the whole thing? Anyway.
The victim was Rei Nishikikoji, a man who has regularly made it into the virtue rankings of Johto.
They identified him? The newsflash. Something else might have happened. Okay, so Sanzaburo killed another dude then. Ooh, body of deceased male found on road. We interrupt this program to bring you an emergency report. Just earlier, the body of a man was found on a street near Senju Kotsugahara. Senju Kotsugahara. My brain! Huh? The victim is a Mr. Ryoji Hiki who worked at a company here in the city. Wasn't Ryoji Hiki somebody that... Was he one that donated at one point? I've heard that name somewhere. He was on the virtue rankings too! And back then, Hari said...
Oh, my mistake. One is assault and battery, another extortion, and in the last one he is suspected in a molestation case.
That's, yeah, I think that Sanzaburo's going around killing people that touch girls. Good for him. They seem to like that as a plot point. Like, dudes were gonna molest frickin' Azami, so she slaughtered them. Sanzaburo's like, don't you touch ladies like that? And like... But it makes sense for Azami to do that, because she's like, gross, I'm a child, fuck all of you. Yes. And Sanzaburo, when he was basically given Okuni to fuck that night, he was like, yeah, no, you just lay here, and I love you, and I'm not going to touch you like that, because that would be inappropriate. Because he's a good boy. So, yeah. But they just really like that plot point. It's not like, I don't like people who murder, so I'm going to murder them. I guess that would kind of, you know, I'm going to murder people who murder. You don't see the catch-22, that you don't see the problem with that? Like, so, Mr. Hiki was stabbed with a bladed weapon and is said to closely resemble Mr. Nishikikoji's wound seen recently on the internet. Police are suspecting both cases are having the same culprit and conducting an investigation of the area. The same suspect? No, it can't be. Yona and I looked at each other, yet stayed silent. Asuku's are trash. I couldn't tell if they were a friend or foe, but at the very least, it looks like they aren't on Shinobikni's side. Is Shinobikni and those who associate with her, who are causing disruptions here in Asakusa lately, truly on the side of humans? If they are, why did they cause such an act of violence? They're trying to trick us humans. Should they not be punished for doing so? Written by Alan Smithy. In other words, the humans who read this blog have also noticed Shinobikni's schemes too? And that's a little too optimistic. Doubts rise toward salvation from Jodo. Body of deceased male found. You know what, though? This is definitely, I think, so far, we've only done 2 routes. But I definitely agree that the order, like, yeah, okay, sure. According to Atome Kitten, Sharaku's got a little more plot, so, like, you could have reversed. I think she said you could reverse Yona and Kikanosuke, but I actually like this order, because Kikanosuke was kind of fluffy. There was some plot, but it was really more about Azami. You didn't get too much other. And now this is like, oh my god, we're getting a little more intense with Sanzaburo killing someone and people being maybe doubting Jodo now, where before it was like everyone was invested in Jodo. That wasn't too big of a plot point. It's there, because it's the overarching plot, but it wasn't. It was mostly Hikanosuke working out his shit with Azami. You know what I mean? And because Yona doesn't actually really have a tie with Sanzaburo, aside from they came from the same time period, they kind of understand each other with the whole samurai mentality thing, you know, then... Okay, we got that, because everyone's got to have some counterpart to quote-unquote battle, right? But now we get a little bit more in the Jodo thing, and Sanzaburo going and killing people, and then it's, like, questionable. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you start at the base, and then now the tensions are rising, and then Sharaku's going to add a little bit more. So I think this adds a nice little step in the overarching plot. So I definitely think this was a better one to do second. So. But also, when given the choice, was I going to do Adorable Salty Marshmallow before I did... I hate to say least favorite. Sure. No. I was never going to do that. I was always going to do the least favorite first, because that's the option. I hate to say that. Kikanosuke's great. I love him a lot. But he is the adorable little baby face one. So, you know, for me, I'm like, that's a no for me. That's a hard pass. I still love him as a character, and his route was great. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely appreciate everything they did. But for me, it's like, you're adorable, and your route was fun, but you're not for me. Because you're too adorable. So, of course, I was going to rather get that one out of the way first, if I can. They're always good when they're the adorable little ones, but adorable babyface boys aren't my type, so. I like the ones that are beautiful, and you're like, are you... I don't even know what's going on with you. You're so goddamn gorgeous. You're a beautiful man. If you put on a dress, you'd be a beautiful woman. I don't even know. I'm confused, but I'm here for it. Anyway. Or you're salty and mean, like Yona, because he's a bit of a himbo, I guess. But kind of a dick to me, so I'm here for it. Anyway. We're reporting live from Kumonoi Temple here in Asakusa. A crowd's demanding an explanation. Big Shinobiki, was that talk about salvation all a lie? Yes. Did you really attack humans? Tell us what's going on. Nishiki, Koji, and Hiki gave you all that money and you killed them? That guy Sanzaburo was on that stream the other day, right? Is Johto a scam? Explain. He said he'd never hurt humans. Murderer! Get out here! Why are you hiding? Is the blog right about all of this stuff?
Wouldn't be surprised if the humans just barged in at this point.
We can hear the shouting on TV. I can even already see some trying to kick the gate down. This is bad. And there are other followers in there, right? They could get killed too.
I'm more worried about Asaemon getting pissed off and killing all the humans.
All of you disperse! You have no permit to assemble here! Oh man, even the police are there. Shinobiki has connections to all the top brass, right? Maybe she's asked for protection. Disperse immediately! Disperse! Anyone who doesn't will be arrested for obstruction! I mean, to be fair, whether she needs protection or not, if you're doing a peaceful protest, that's one thing, but this is borderline gonna turn into a riot, so the cops should show up and be like, whoa, 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 I'm with you, this bitch sucks, but like, simmer down, people. It's not how we do things, you know? Hey, cop! Didn't you see the blog? That's a fake! You shouldn't believe that! Okay, well, now you're in her pocket, and now you're not doing your job. Your job is to be impartial and follow the law, not this bitch that paid you, so you know what? Crooked cop! Take him down, motherfuckers! Yeah, they've been bought. Absolutely, so okay.
Righteousness is dead.
Nishiki, Koji, and Hiki are men who do need to feel remorse for their actions. But that's no reason to hurt them. I repeat, the blog is a malicious prank. Everyone leave the area immediately. A prank? To people who were attacked. Oh, 2 people were attacked. Okay. It's supposed to be 2, but they didn't put the number 2. They put, okay. 2, number 2, people were attacked. The ever so submissive police will clear the crowd for us. We can take advantage of this commotion. Let's get to the temple. Hey, you see Asuka's in trash? Is that article for real? Alan's never written any lies, I think. I mean, it's not often you see an article as serious as that one on there, right? Yeah, huh? They're always about peaceful stuff like food reviews or new shops. That blog's just manipulating everyone. This is why I don't like the internet.
And now's not the time to be talking about your preferences. Come on, let's go.
Shinoku pushed Yona along on his shoulder. Do you not like the article? What? Fujimori, what do you mean by that? Is this where he reveals his hand? Wait for it. Hold on. Ready? After looking around, he spoke in a small voice. I'm Alan Smithy. What? Okay. You were ready for it, right? I told you to get ready. That's what you were supposed to get ready for. You're supposed to be shocked. It's only because we did the first route, but like, you know. To be fair, when they were like, I think he's the guy, I was like, oh, yeah, it makes sense, okay. But, huh? I took that picture using a special drone I configured. It runs silently and is able to take really high-resolution pictures. Wait. How old are you? Age doesn't matter when you're writing blogs. Or like a tech genius. Jesus, Shin, you could run the world. Hey, you... This is how I fight. What? Me in reality is shunned by everyone and I have no place to belong. But in a virtual reality, everyone loves and has a need for Alan Smithy. And I'm able to incite my readers, as you've seen. Fujimori! You said you can't trust what's on the internet, but I've never written a lie. I took all those pictures. I wrote the article. All of it. All of it's the truth. We were there, so yes, we know that's true. That place, for me, is where truth lives. Still, why don't you acknowledge me for that? Oh, look, he's gonna cry. Oh my god, guys! We've been ignoring our son. We need to have a family day. Just wanted to pay you back for saving me. This fucking child is gonna make me cry. I'm treating him like he's 10 and he's like probably 15 or 16, but still, he has like a 10-year-old boy face and he's just sad and lonely and needs to be protected. So like, he's not that much younger than us, but he's still our son, okay? I love Asakusa, so I wanted to protect it. I really just useless. Somebody hug this child. There's really nothing I can do. Don't say that. I handed him a handkerchief. Like, him getting all emotional and sad is gonna make me cry. My hormones are a little unbalanced right now. Fujimori, you're on this boat with us now. You have to join us. My lady, no, this kid is... We just pulled up a finger in Goemon's face. Fujimori, you aren't unnecessary and you aren't a loser. Miss Enma? Yeah, you beat the crap out of me and Macabre, right? Me and Kikanosuke have adopted this child. I know I'm dating Yona, but like, this is Kikanosuke and I's child. Again, the kid's basically our age, but still, he's our child. You love Asakusa and tried to protect it in your own way. You tried to help us. Now we gotta get our other daddies to adopt our baby. Okay? Like, listen! All of you have to adopt our child! This is a group thing! I'm happy you feel as strongly as you do. You might have not written any lies. But you don't know the whole truth either. What? So I think you should see with your own eyes what's to happen and continue writing that into your blog. You'll see things in a new light. We're all really great at being stubborn. We've already died once and we're still at it. Yeah, come with us. Boyfriend adopted our child! Oh, I love it. Okay. Alright. Alright, one lady, 2 dads, and a baby. Teenage child that we adopted. That's cool. Let's get the rest of our boyfriends in on it. Mr. Murakami? This is how you fight. Oh, this is how you fight? Whatever. Yona lightly tapped Fujimori on his forehead. How did you do that for? Don't steal my spotlight, brat. Next up is my fight. You're gonna write about it. Make me look super cool. Oh.
There's still lots of people around.
The police are so useless. I imagine as some people leave, more new people come by. Starting a fight with all this going on would be bad news. You'd like to make contact with those inside, right? Should I send a note with my drone? Fly something like that in there and a scary man's gonna cut it in two. I suggest you don't. What? But it's a machine!
And there's someone with them who can cut anything like a daikon radish. A guy about 100 times crazier than Sanzaburo.
How about Kiko and I take a look around? Maybe there's an area with relaxed security. Alright, maybe we can take some souvenirs. Goemon, I have a request. What is it? Like you said, a fight would stand out too much. I want you to ask Sanzaburo to go somewhere. And that's where I'll take care of him. Got it. Where to? It's... Whisper. Not gonna tell us. The well? Where else would we go? Oh, Hell Mansion. We're gonna go to Hell Mansion.
Wow!
I've never been to Hell Mansion when no one's around before.
It always has people in it, so it looks like a completely different place.
I wonder if that guy will really come. Well, we gave him your message. He agreed to it right away, and I didn't see a Simon or Shinobikini around at all. The Sons of Boro will come. But like I mentioned before, I'm sure we won't be able to round up Shinobikini and the others all at once.
We have to take care of them one at a time. Which we kind of did.
Don't hurt Azami, though!
We didn't. We already took her back to hell, sweetie. You're fine. Shh. We'll just pretend. It's 11:50. Almost time for him to come. Get the cool lights in the pool.
And that's right, Yona. I know it's late to ask, but do you remember what Sanzaburo's desire is, right? But you do remember what Sanzaburo's desire is, right?
Of course, it's license to kill. Seems like he gets stronger every time he makes an attack.
I was like, which button do I hit for the library again? I forgot. License to kill. Sanzaburo's desire. He's given the same privileges of that as a samurai and cannot be questioned or scorned for wearing a sword. He gets stronger from cutting his enemies and letting his cursed sword to drain their blood.
Which means you have to take him out quick. I intend to, it's just... Excuse me! Is it alright if I take a picture of the pool? You gonna put it up on your blog? Is that okay?
I felt Yona was about to say something.
Sorry about before, saying how I didn't believe stuff on the internet. It's really just... I haven't been keeping up with the times. You also had something wrong. Played games with Kiku, right? Our lady's worried over you too, right? You have to admit that not everyone in the world's ignoring you. That there are people here who acknowledge you. I know we won't play again. What are you mumbling about? I'm totally gonna win next time. Huh? Give me your phone. Huh? Are you taking it just to bully me? I'm putting in my line info.
Oh, me too.
Me too.
What? But look, he's getting all emotional. Aw, Goemon adopted our son. Sweet. We all look at Sharaku. What? I don't want kids. I don't care. I don't want kids either, but we adopted this child together. This is a responsibility we agreed on as a group. I told you anyway. It's like bringing home a cat, and you're like, this is our cat now, guys. Too bad.
Hey, don't be nasty, bird. I'm not really bringing home a kitty. Not gonna do that. Not gonna do that at all. No. No, because they would eat you. If they would.
Anyway.
Now's not the time for tears. Sanzaburo's gonna be here any... I'm right here. You seem to have gathered quite the audience around yourself. They won't interfere, so don't worry. And the kid's here to learn a bit about this world.
Fujimori nodded vigorously off to his side. I'm accompanying him as well. This time, I promise not to interfere. And not a bad idea to teach him about the world. But it would be horrifying for him, a child, forced to watch your head cut off, yes?
I'm no child, I'm a high schooler. And also, he's the one who's gonna cut off your head.
And the kid's not afraid to bark. I like him.
See, Sharaku's gonna adopt our baby too now. I love it.
A warrior doesn't sharpen his blade with the intent to lose, like you said. And today, I'll win. He better. Answer me, Sanzaburo. Did you slay Ryoji Hiki too? Mocked Lady Shinobikini. Thanks for answering me. Let's just say that you're a guy I believe I can trust.
Aw, Sanzaburo looks a little like, oh, we're besties.
But even so, we're more like because of that. I'll make sure I bring you back to hell.
I stared at his gallant expression as he spoke. I can't be acting like this right now. I was like, girl, keep it in your pants. We're about to do battle. Yona Murakami, Sanzaburo Nagoya, as the agent of King Enma, I ask you to, do you believe in your righteousness and pledge to fight fairly to the end?
I do.
I do.
Rift Order! What is this? An alternate universe? I'll explain later. Just keep quiet. Right, I'm sorry.
Now, begin! Look at how sexy he looks with his little fight face on. Here's the thing. Alright, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Alright.
Yona Murakami appointed to the revival hell. Fall back to hell in disgrace. And I am Sanzaburo Nagoya, also appointed to the revival hell. Burn and fall back to hell. Let us begin.
He looks... God damn. Look at Sanzaburo like this. He's so lovely. He's not going to take my heart away from my boys. Battle start. Well, we actually... Did we do a battle with... I feel like we did do a battle, but I don't remember doing a battle with Izami. Maybe we did. Maybe we did. And I just forgot, because I remember the battle start. I know we did one, like, when she attacked us in the... Well, we were in Hell Mansion, in the thing. But that was, like, earlier in the game. It wasn't at the very end. So maybe... I don't know. Or I just completely forgot, because it's been a couple weeks. With the body of his gun, Yona stopped Sanzaburo's blade as it swung down.
You have quite the nice firearm there. Shame if something happened to it. I'm just kidding. Right? Corporate Slave gave it some modifications. Now it's pretty tough with some...
Or Calcum? Or whatever. Of the 6 realms. Whatever. Some kind of magic thing.
But as for what it can really do, you're about to see. Reset Marathon. My gun can never run out of bullets. I can keep firing forever. What? He's basically cheating being able to stop a sword with his gun or being able to fire endlessly. And you don't worry about the small stuff. It's not like we chose what our desires would be.
Mayuna looks like he's enjoying himself, so it's no big deal, right? He looks like he's taking a load off himself.
He's finally showing off what he can do. It's just gonna keep coming. I don't think you can win so easily. Sure, make it a little more fun for me.
It's true, there's no damage coming to me. It's only just started, so I can't let my guard down, though.
Actually, our opponent's the one in trouble, don't you think? He looks like he's about to die, though they're both already dead.
A bullet hit the guard on Sanzaburo's blade, knocking his wrist away.
Now! Get him!
It was certainly a great opportunity to strike. He could have won with a finishing blow. He could have won with a finishing blow against Sanzaburo, who gave an opening. Could have. But with a firm expression on his face, Yona simply stared at Sanzaburo.
Yona, why aren't you finishing him off? What's wrong, Lord Murakami? You aren't seriously showing sympathy to me, are you?
Sanzaburo grabbed his sword and readied himself.
I must cut you down this time. That day, I was supposed to have slayed Uemon.
Uemon? Whatever. Ido Uemon. Ido? I don't know. Now my brain doesn't work. A samurai who served under Saito and Mori during the Sengoku period. The stepbrother of his lord, Tadamasa Mori, was close to being murdered by Sanzaburo and won in battle instead, but was slain soon after by another one of Mori's retainers. Okay.
My lord gave me this blade for the task. And yet Uemon drew his blade first, and then he...
Look at his sad little face. Oh, okay, sweetie. We forgive you. Shit happens.
You'll pay. You'll pay for this, Uemon. Tonight I will strike you down with this blade. Then finally, I will be able to face my lord again.
This is his baggage.
Sanzaburo, you... Or Takamura said that with a strong, enduring desire, you live a long time in hell. Several have had their souls shredded away from their tortures and disappeared quickly. But I did not, because now is the time I must fulfill my duty. Allow me to cut you down. It is my duty. This time, I will slay you. Reset marathon!
Bullets and blades went flying.
Ha! Shh.
The moment Sanzaburo stepped forward, a burning pain rushed through my arm.
Spacey, don't worry about me!
I can withstand much more damage than this. I have no hatred towards you, Lord Murakami.
However, I must slay you. Sanzaburo!
Using the body of his gun as a sword, Yona parried Sanzaburo's blade over and over. Sanzaburo's looking worse by the second, but I know I shouldn't worry about our enemy.
My most enduring desire. Tonight is the night I make it come true. I'm not going down.
Yona grabbed his gun like a blade and swept him away with all his strength.
Sanzaburo, just stop already.
He struck Sanzaburo's stomach with the barrel of his gun, forcing him to reel over.
Is this allowed?
Well, unlike judo or kendo, we don't have clear rules here. I'm sure Yona doesn't want to lose, but I don't think he wants to win by completely overpowering his opponent either.
Maybe that's what he was trying to say earlier. It's so much like Yona, but then how will this fight be settled?
Sanzaburo, just leave. Think there was ever a samurai that would, if told to. I think knowing when a fight's done is a condition for being a great samurai, though.
And
then I have even less reason to leave. I was never great, which is all the more reason I must kill you today. We really like each other. You know that too, which is why you accepted my challenge. I've always wanted people to applaud me. That's why I cut others down. As you can tell, I come from foreign blood. Nobody encouraged me growing up. And I'm sure that was from my own weakness. I hail from the lineage of the Murakami pirates. If I'm stronger than any other, then I'd surely be recognized by others. Slay as many people as I can, even famous generals, then I'd have the people's respect. Be the greatest under the heavens, then finally, thought I'd get the praise I deserved. That was always my dream. That dream never came true and I died. I sailed with the Inoshima Navy for Lord Moroyoshi Murakami. Came ashore on...
they always have to throw in words that I have to pause to read. Ionokunu Mitsuhama.
As part of the rallying forces there. Listen, there's too many words!
This is testing my abilities.
And there we demanded the surrender of the enemy castle. We told them that if they refused, we'd kill even their women and children. We should have been able to win. Lord Moyotoshi believed in our victory as well.
Moroyoshi. Why can't I say his name? Anyway.
I was gonna make a name for myself at the great battle of Sekigahara, and it would have split the heavens. So I hoped. That night, we were tricked. The enemy visited our camp as a gesture of surrender, and after letting our guard down, we're attacked in the dead of night.
And after letting our guard down, we were attacked. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense.
Our lord was killed right in front of my eyes. I couldn't save him, because it happened after I'd been slain. I don't even remember how many people I've slain in my life. Sure, the same goes for you, Sanzaburo. But in the end, my life ended without ever receiving a word of praise from anyone. I had nothing in me. Even after I'd cut down so many people. I was called up by King Enma and learned about the human realm. The very first thing I looked up on that internet was Inoshima. And I found the names of others there, but mine was nowhere to be found. Looked and looked, but there was no proof at all of my life. Not a single record of my name was there in the place that supposedly held all information. It was as if I never even existed. Mr. Murakami. I had a thought before I died. Fight and die to be led to paradise, flee and face endless hell. Those who believe in the great Buddha say that before a fight, Those who fight go to paradise. Those who run are cowards and go to hell. But I'm a man who wasn't allowed to pray at any shrines of Buddha. I wondered, that being the case, where I would go when I met the end. That may be... Oh, that maybe I never belonged anywhere, even after I died. That, after cutting down so many nameless people, my own wouldn't be written in history. So the lives of all those people I killed were worth nothing? That's right. They aren't worth anything. No life that doesn't accomplish anything is.
Sanzaburo, I'm sure he understood it as well, and yet he didn't back down.
Sanzaburo, I know I've gone on for a while, but I don't intend on getting any sympathy from you through this sob story. What's important is what I'm about to say now. Lately, I've met a weirdo who does encourage me. She's praised my efforts.
You called me a weirdo. Thanks.
Me, someone who's never made a name for himself. And she loves me.
He's saying this now, and everyone all of a sudden, you just hear creak as everyone's necks slowly turn. This was embarrassing. I shouldn't have been so flustered at this hugely critical moment, but I was embarrassed.
So much time has passed since the era when the both of us were alive. We could never become the leader under the heavens, even if we took the head of the one they call the Prime Minister of this country. We're just completely and utterly outdated. You already have someone to build you up. This idea of duty is so old now. Do you really just want to cut people down? Even after your death, you still want this? That's right.
Sanzaburo gave a small smile. The smile was cold. His eyes were unfeeling.
License to kill. Cursed. Sanzaburo! My Lady Shinobikimi's power, my desire has taken on a new strength. Every time I cut into someone, the curse absorbs their blood and eats away at this blade. And ultimately, slice into my opponent's very soul with a single strike of this blade. Their soul?
Would that mean Iona would disappear?
No, in this case, Our Lady might.
What?
How does that work?
A swing from a cursed blade. Never imagined it would transform into something so terrifying. Yona, don't worry at all about me.
Spacey.
I believe you'll win. I don't think I can ever disappear. So you can't either.
How very brave of you, daughter of Enma.
You basically, though, I feel bad because Yona's like, I got something more important. I got this girl by my side, man. That's important. You already have someone that loves you. And he's like, no, I need to kill you. That's more important. And Okuni's back there like, the fuck? Like, girl, stand up for yourself.
Lord Murakami are a great match. I hope you'll be a wonderful couple together. I was quite fond of you all. However, I must carry out my duty with this blade that has drawn the blood of humans. Sanzaburo, this is why you kill humans?
Oh, that's true. If he killed them with that blade, then they have no soul, so... But then that's not fair. They're not going to get tortured for their crimes. They just cease to exist. So... Yeah, they don't go to heaven afterward, but they also just cease to exist. So they're not getting punished for their actions.
Did you kill them for that? Answer me! It is for my duty.
Sanzaburo softly waved his sword. It was engulfed in a sinister flame, unless I killed people to power up my sword. To be able to kill you. I mean, that sucks, though.
I must cut you down.
I was sure now that he was trapped.
Murakami, back down, or disappear. You shouldn't have pumped me up with that talk about sharpening your blade. I'm not backing down. I'm not disappearing. I see. Then, your flesh will receive my blade.
Okuni, she said she wasn't going to get involved, but the two of them faced each other, not moving in the slightest. I wanted Yona to win no matter what, but I still didn't want Sanzaburo to get hurt. Sure, even Okuni is thinking the same thing. I learned from their fight about those who have lived a life of fighting and how they accepted life and death through it. Yona, please. Sanzaburo. I was sure she felt the same again as well. Part is so fucking long. But we're in the middle of the fight? Mr. Murakami. The two of them didn't move. The rest of us even held our breaths at the long, long silence. And then there was a gust of wind. I think we need to stop in the middle. Then there was a gust of wind. And now he's saying perish, but like, hold on. Can't move my hand, my bird was napping on it. Hold on, I'm gonna rewind to this scene. Wait. What? Why does it go back here, though? Okay. I'm gonna stop here. It's going on so long, but if I record the next part and it's only like 10 minutes, maybe I'll edit them together or something. So if you see this like this, then the other part was at least 20 minutes or so. But anyway, I will see you guys next time. Sorry to cock block us in the middle. You know, I don't like doing it, but sometimes it happens. Remember to give the video a big thumbs up and subscribe to see more.